heartbeat of competition, the drama of the moment. This is TNT Sports, home of NASCAR's race for the championship. This is the Discover Card Countdown to Green as we get ready to go racing.
Twice a year, the Winston Cup Series packs its bags and makes the pilgrimage to the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. As a driver, this unique three-turn track challenges your setup and your stamina. As a fan, it fuels your anticipation for a furious 500-mile Sunday afternoon drive. In July, most people come to Pocono to relax. Not these guys.
Ducking, diving, incredible racing.
For the stars of the Winston Cup Series, a trip here doesn't mean seeing the mountains, it means climbing one. Championship leader Sterling Marlin is trying to keep from losing his grip. Mark Martin has never been to the Winston Cup mountaintop, and he has never won at Pocono. But Rusty Wallace has, and so have Elliott, Gordon, Jarrett, and Labonte. Today, the masters of Mount Pocono face these challenging climbers who are learning fast that the road to the Winston Cup Championship is all uphill.
Let's something right there in front of me.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double time.
TNT Sports welcomes you to Pocono for the Pennsylvania 500, presented by Pep Boys for the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. The 2.5-mile Pocono Raceway sits in the quiet Pennsylvania countryside, framed by mountains and lakes. It is a picturesque sight from above, but from the seat of a 3,400-pound race car, you get a much different view. On this track, it's more about the bold than the beautiful. The only postcard you want to send home from here shows you in Victory Lane. Hi everybody, I'm Bill Weber and welcome to Pocono. Benny Parsons left just a few minutes ago. He made it back from Colorado, but he's on his way to the booth. Why? We're in a bit of a hurry-up situation here. We could be green in less than 30 minutes. It started raining here at Pocono about 9:15 this morning, and it rained for an hour. It's rained on and off since then, but really no heavy rain in the last 45 or 50 minutes. So we could be going green here shortly. So stand by. When we do, a lot to consider. Sterling Marlin leads Mark Martin by 55 points in the race for the championship. But after today, Martin, Marlin, Jimmy Johnson, Rusty Wallace, or Jeff Gordon could be leading the points. As for the favorites in this race, they start at the front of the field and go all the way through to the back. Let's go trackside to Matt Yoakum.
Bill, after crashing and running out of gas here twice, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is poised to break out of that Pocono triangle. Your crew is jacked up. You finished second here last year. How about your chances today, Junior?
Well, you know, you go into every weekend trying, hoping you can whoop some ass, but it just, you never know. So the temperatures and everything are different today than yesterday, and we're going to do a little more shifting than I'm used to. So we'll be shifting on back straightaway and trying that out. And that should help us out, get down the straightaway a little faster, and hopefully have a good day. We just want to, kind of creep back up in the points and get back in the top 10. That's the main goal.
Both teammates, Steve Park and Michael Waltrip, double shifted in the final practice session. So Junior, they made a transmission change. They're going to try that as well today, Dave. He rolls off 11th.
Robbie Gordon is getting ready for driver introductions, but he has crutches. Drivers treat their teams like quarterbacks treat their linemen. They take care of them. You guys went out to have some fun yesterday, but what happened at the motocross track?
It was one of those deals, we talked about it for a long time. A lot of the guys, Kevin Hamlin, a lot of the guys on the 31 Singular Wireless team, they go motorcycle riding, so we shipped our bikes up here and went out riding a little bit yesterday afternoon and basically bottomed out on the frame and collapsed my ankles.
How high was the jump you took?
I don't know, not very high.
What about your owner, Richard Childers? What did he say up to you this morning, Robbie?
Well, you got to love Richard Childers. he does things he likes to do outside of the racing, and he supports us and things we like to do. You know, the most important thing today is we have a good race and get through this and get after it in the next couple weeks.
All right, head on up the stage here. The report is that he did sprain both ankles. He will race in the car. There is not a backup driver, so we'll keep our eye on Robbie all day long. Marty?
Well, Dave, speaking of banged-up drivers, Tony Stewart, you took a really hard shot at New Hampshire. I think your fans will know you're okay, right?
Oh, yeah, we're fine. We're faring a lot better than our sprint car driver is this week. My World Outlaw driver, Danny Lasasi, is in a hospital. He got hurt Friday night at Williams Grove, and he's probably going to miss a couple more races here. But the good thing is I went and saw him last night, and his mind's just fine. He's still the ornery Danny that we all know and love. But he's got bruised ribs, a bruised lung, and he's got a bruise on his heart, and he's got a left ankle that's banged up a little bit. But he doesn't have any broken bones, and I think we're going to have him back for Knoxville Nationals for sure. It's just a matter of keeping him tied to the bed long enough to let his body heal, because he's pretty restless. He won't want to stay there long, but just wants to say hi to him today and thinking about you, buddy, and also thinking about a real good friend of ours, Jack Hewitt, that got hurt in a sprint car accident in the last week. So got a couple of our real good friends that got hurt in race cars this week, but I'm fine for my deal Loudon last week. More just pride hurt than anything. I mean, every time, I think it's kind of a jinx for us to get to fifth in the points. Every time we get to fifth and something happens and we get a little bit of bad luck. So, we either got to go from sixth to fourth or do something different. But, we're excited. Hopefully the weather will hold off today and we can get this thing in today. The Home Depot Pontiac is probably as good as we've had here in a long time. So it's just a matter of going out and trying to keep good track position today. Seems like track position and tire strategies are the big name of the game anymore. No tires or two tires or whatever. So hopefully they'll get this sport changed back around to where it's fun to watch and fun to drive again. But it's getting pretty boring just sitting there riding around on 100-lap tires these days.
All right, take a breath. He feels good about his car and feels good physically too, Matt.
Sterling Marlin has never won here at Pocono. You finished fourth 4 times, but your 2 wins this year came with this car. Can you break through today, Sterling?
Yeah, we got a Coors Light Dodge really fast. Yesterday in last practice, it was 4th and 1 and 10th and nothing. And it's the same car we won Vegas with, won Darlington with, and the guys worked really hard on it. It's the best car I believe I've had here in a while, so we'll see what happens.
Sterling Marlin starts 13th, Bill.
Okay, last week, Sterling Marlin finished 14th in the New England 300 and increased his lead in the race for the championship by 6 points. We want to put you to work. Go to NASCAR.com and check out our TNT Race Talk poll. Which driver is going to be Sterling's toughest competition in the race for the Winston Cup Championship? Which one of these guys will give Marlin a run for the big money? Results during the race.
Discover Card Countdown to Green on TNT is brought to you by Discover Card. It pays to discover. And by Honda, the company that defines performance in motorcycles, ATVs, and scooters.
The Pocono Mountains have been a popular getaway for many years. Just about 2 hours from Midtown Manhattan, or maybe you're home on the Jersey Shore. Pocono Raceway is in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, on the eastern edge of the state, just a few miles from the New Jersey-Pennsylvania border. Now, happy hour here on Saturday ended at noon. That gave the guys in the garage a couple of hours free in the afternoon. A few went fishing, some raced go-karts, and a driver or two decided to practice their driving.
Every Saturday, 2 hours after happy hour practice, I'm right here on the golf course. Today I got my buddy Marty Snyder. We're going to attempt to play a little golf, NASCAR golf. Look at that, see? Good hit,
I'm
man.
out there with
good.
you.
Hit that. Oh, you lucky sucker. Hit the tree right on the middle of the fairway. Come on. You're playing illegal already.
Oh, come on.
You're cheating, man. You're cheating.
That is
just
beautiful.
like that. Just like that.
Yeah, you are getting good at this game, aren't you? So now, why has this become your passion all of a sudden?
Well, you know what? Practice is over at noon.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do from noon on except autograph sessions and stuff like that. And man, I got to tell you, I'm just getting tired of doing the same little thing at the track. And I'm in the beach.
You're on the
beach. Wrong clothes on today. There's not many people that can drive race cars successfully, you know.
Yeah.
There's 43 of us out there. But the humiliating thing for me is when I come to the golf course, everybody can play better than I can play.
Yeah. And you like that?
It doesn't bother me. Everybody's always trying to help me.
Yeah.
And they're all kind. And I can hit the worst shot in the world and they go, hey, it's a great shot, you know?
Golly. There it is. Turn in.
Oh,
very nice.
You can use that.
From off the green. We can use that
You can
shot.
use that.
Here you go.
Marty Snyder always plays NASCAR golf. He has an ever-changing rule book. Coming up, Wally drives, and Dave discovers life in the infield at Pocono. The Discover Card countdown to green continues, counting down to the Pennsylvania 500, which could be just a few minutes away in a hurry-up situation because of weather. It's a 2.5-mile track here at Pocono. Fans come from all over. We'd like to tell you how many are here, but the PR department said that's a secret. They don't release attendance figures. There are plenty of good seats in the grandstands along the front stretch, but as Dave Burns discovered, the best seat here is probably the one you brought yourself.
Bill, the infield here at Pocono Raceway covers some 385 acres. That's enough room for thousands of fans and their vehicles to come in here and have a great time. Now, the vehicles take on a variety of different sizes and shapes, like the 74 International School Bus that Jerry Narkunis and his family put together. Now, he bought it for $900, but he gutted it. He outfitted it with room for 6 to sleep down below, for 30 to stand up here, and for 1 at a time to pit. Now, the real challenge that Jerry faced was, how do you test for structural integrity? Well, he wants to make sure that, you know, when his fans are up here, when his friends are up here, everything is safe, and so that when they want to do this, they don't get hurt, which I might just do. So, what they do is they have the Stevie test. And if it works for Stevie, which it does, it's okay. Now, there are thousands of Stevies in this infield, thousands of Jerrys, and every year they come to Pocono to retell their story underneath the tunnel and onto the infield here at Pocono. Bill?
Thank you very much, Dave. Now, just to take you places you can't go and show you things you cannot see, this was Dave Burns just moments ago in rehearsal on the slide, failing the Stevie test, but giving it his all in true television fashion. Congratulations, Dave. Perhaps an early nominee for next week's Golden Benny. This track here at Pocono is 2.5 miles around. It has 3 very treacherous turns, and at times the front stretch looks like it might be a mile wide. The only way to truly appreciate this track is to have someone take you for a ride. That someone should be Wally Dallenbach.
About Pocono is you'll notice is how wide this front straightaway is. You'll see cars get 4, even 5 wide. That's okay because there's plenty enough room to do that. Problem is when you get down to turn 1, everybody's got to funnel into 2 lanes and it gets really tight. You grab the brake, you downshift the car, you want to get the car right down on the white line. Real bumpy here. The car's going to be jumping all over the place. Hard on the gas, drive it up the banking, all the way up against the wall, down the Long Pond straightaway. Again, the track is real wide. You'll see 2, 3 cars abreast, but getting in it too is tricky because it's very narrow, very fast. You bring it in, back off on the throttle, bring it again down to the bottom and get on the gas as early as you dare. The car will drift up to the wall. Now you got to get through turn 3, a real long, flat corner. You got to bring in a lot of momentum through this corner because of the long straightaway. Again, bring it all the way down to the white line. Get on the gas as early as you can and stand on it as soon as you can. The car will probably push off this corner, but you got to get the momentum off this turn. Here we go. We grab 4th gear right around the start-finish line, and we do it all over again.
And Wally was very smooth in rehearsal, I want you to know that. But you know how we got from the airport to the hotel? We sent somebody to pick him up. Counting down to the green flag, the Pennsylvania 500, race number 20 of the NASCAR Winston Cup season is just ahead.